Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Dragon Ball Z Figurized Saiyan Space Pod Model Kit. So yes, here we have the first Figurized model kit that I've picked up, as I only wanted to select a few of them, but I've always wanted a Saiyan pod to go in my Dragon Ball Z display. And this one is not perfect by any means, but it's certainly a pretty cool thing to have. It works reasonably well with sort of figure art scale and stuff like that. And it does come with a Vegeta to put in there if you don't already have a Vegeta of some sort that you would like to put in there. And plus it looks like one of the AI cores from Portal. So that's nice as well. Now let's go ahead and zoom in for all the sculpt and features and all those sorts of things. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have our pod. And then here we have our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man, 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine, and we've got a SH Figure Arts Vegeta. Obviously, the pod itself is quite a large thing, including the base. It's like around maybe 7 inches tall or so. It's not terribly relevant how tall it is, but as you can see, it scales relatively well with sort of a 6-inch, 1/12 scale sort of stuff. Of course, much bigger than a 3 3/4-inch style figure. And then Vegeta himself, compared with other things, he's much bigger than the Figure Arts Vegeta. He's probably around 7-inch scale, honestly, since Vegeta's such a short character. He's about the same size as a 6-inch figure, but he should be kind of short. He's a bit bigger than I expected, but you can sort of, fudge him in with other similar scaled sort of lines if you want to. As for what can fit inside the pod, obviously the Vegeta that comes with him fits in there perfectly well, and you can fit other forms of 6-inch scale stuff in there very easily. And lots of figure art stuff will fit in there just fine, but Scouter Vegeta does not sit down very well, and he is absolutely the figure art that you would want to put in there, probably. And that makes it a bit suboptimal. You can get him in there, but it's not gonna look amazing. He does, however, look really good posed near the pod or coming out of the pod or something like that, just not so much sitting down. Anyway, let's get everything else out of here and just look at our Space Pod and Vegeta. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. The Space Pod is not really a lot to look at from the outside. It's a big white orb. It's got line work and stuff all over the outside, and it's got its big sort of purplish, reddish window. All in all, it looks like a space pod. There's not really a lot to say other than that. It looks perfectly fine. And then looking on the inside, you get a lot of detail and stuff. Detail that's not even really accurate or anything, but I think it's kind of cool that they decided to spice it up a bit. The inside is like all padded and stuff. You have the yellow chair with little clear green plastic bits and some gray stuff. You get stickers for the metallic green accents and some of the other little bits and pieces. And you get the little bars that lead down to the door. And then on the inside of the door, you get this nice little computer console and stuff. All in all, I think it looks perfectly cool. It may not be accurate, but I still think it's neat. I don't think it's massively a problem. And then looking at Vegeta, he is, of course, in a sitting down position, and he is unarticulated, so he's always going to look like that. But other than that, he looks like Scouter Vegeta, blue spandex with the Saiyan armor over it. The sculpting on everything is fine. He looks perfectly acceptable. There's no paint work applied as it is a model kit. If you wanted to paint it yourself, you could probably make him look quite good. As of right now, I would say he just looks pretty average. But certainly something to sit in there if you don't have a better looking Vegeta to put in there. And he is specifically designed to fit in there, so he will not look bad in there. So that wraps it up for the Space Pod and Vegeta. Let's go ahead and take a look at the base real quick. Base-wise, you do get your little white circle to sit your pod on top of. I'm really only going into detail on it because it has a little slot in there, so you can slot the pod on it where it's sort of upright or where it's facing outward. I don't think it's technically designed to be modular like that. I think the default position is so it's facing upward a little bit, but you can fit it on there the other way if you want to display it that way. Also, if you happen to have the Tamashii impact effect, the Space Pod fits down in there nicely, and it gives a bit more of a thematic way to hold it and keep it from rolling around, if you happen to have one of those. Now let's go ahead and move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, the model does come in quite a large box, a surprisingly large box. It's got some nice artwork of Vegeta on the front of it, and you do get a picture of the model there as well. Plastic model kit, Saiyan Space Pod. And there's nothing on the back. And inside this you would have all your pieces on the little trees and stuff. And you get your instructions, which I'll just let you look over real quick if you want to, just to give you an idea. If you're curious about how difficult it is to put together, it's not. I have almost no experience with model making at all. The space pod's pretty simple if you follow the instructions, and I put Vegeta together without even hardly looking at the instructions at all. So it's pretty simple. If you can read, you should be fine. You don't even need to read. There's not even any words. If you can look at pictures, you should be fine. So, yeah. Space Pod. Alright, that wraps it up for our Saiyan Pod. So until next time, goodbye. Thanks for watching one of my videos. If you enjoyed it, feel free to like the video or subscribe if you would like to see my future content. If not, run away. Run away and never return. Also, feel free to support me on Patreon at patreon.com/vrreviews. Follow me on Twitter at VenomRaptor09. Or follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/vrreviews. Thank you, and goodbye.